Welcome back to the Triple F podcast. The boys are home.
Does
this camera look crooked as fuck?
Yeah, we'll fix it in post. I
Okay.
can switch the angles. We have we're back to full video. Last week's episode we were like I didn't put the video version out because the one request that the lieutenant colonel who was letting us on his base was you guys can film your podcast here, just make sure you don't capture any military guys in the background or something. And then we set up the camera and we were like, how sick would it be? As if in this little window between us, we could just capture all the military dudes walking by.
See military people walking.
That's exactly what we did.
We're fucking stupid.
So stupid, dude.
Like we're like legit. Sometimes I'm like, we are dumb. Like,
yeah,
you know
that
what
was
I mean? Like
insanely stupid.
Like that's stupid because he didn't tell us that when he said record the podcast. He told us that many times about filming our sets though.
Yes.
And we were simply unable to make the jump between them being almost the exact same thing.
Yeah.
We were like, you know what? It's probably fine.
The podcast is almost worse to have because when
I say worse things.
We just riff up here, so some things can be just out of pocket and crazy, and then we don't even mean it. We're just trying to get something to be funny.
We're crazy.
Yeah, we're bad boys of comedy, dude. We're edgy. You know, some people call me that.
Some say we talk dirty.
Some people talk dirty talk.
We're dirty talking.
It's Cupid's birthday. We're filming this on Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
Happy.
Speaking of dirty talk, if you're listening, this is coming out tomorrow, right?
Yeah.
If you're listening to this, we're at the Dania Improv tonight.
Yeah, get here. You have 30 minutes to get here.
You have
idiot.
30 minutes. Show up.
Your time starts now.
You don't have time. Find your keys.
Find your keys.
Find your keys. Hit your wife. Go. That's what you have to do.
Get in the fucking car.
Get in the car.
You don't have time to find shoes. Just get here. I started a new job like a week and a half ago, and it's fucking hilarious. Like it's in an office building. The first floor of the building, half of the first floor is the Guatemalan embassy, and then the other half of the first floor is 2 immigration lawyers. So you've never seen a lobby with 150 people in it every time, but also it's 150 people where nobody is above 5 feet tall.
Yeah.
It is crazy.
No, Guatemalans are insanely short.
I feel like Shaq walking through. It's nuts. I feel like Shaq at like an autograph signing because there's so many fucking people. It's crazy.
Are they statistically short?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
We should Google. Yeah, let's
Google
Google
give it a Goog.
Let's give it the Google.
Let's Google how short. What should I look up?
The average height of a Guadalcanal.
Oh, yeah.
I almost said Guadalcanal.
like
I don't know.
Average.
I feel like Google's going to be like a little PC and be like, no, like 5'7". It's like, no, dude.
Average. What is the average height of a man in Guatemala? Dude.
5'4". Okay.
5'4".
So we're not even. Yeah. We're right.
And honestly, pretty generous because I'm 5'9" and I'm towering above these essays.
Yeah.
Like I
Well,
am
essays
over
is
'em.
the wrong.
Chicos.
Taquito Taco Bell.
Yeah. All right. Well, now we're just. Yeah.
I don't like that.
That was racist.
What? We were talking about Taco Bell.
It says the average height of a person in Guatemala is 5 feet 1 inches.
That sounds about right.
That's
5'1" is so
and then
short.
remember that they're all a little hunched over because all of them have a baby on their back.
Wait,
All
what?
of them. They all are carrying like a backpack with like a little like baby with a bowl cut sticking out of the backpack. They're all like hunched over.
I don't understand this stereotype.
They just all have babies.
Well, okay, I guess I understand that one.
Yeah. So they're all just like.
I guess I don't have any exposure. I mean, I grew up in Iowa, dude. I don't even know what a Guatemalan is.
Stop saying Guatemala. Guatemala Harris.
Guatemala.
Guatemalan. Where are you adding? You're adding syllables.
My brain wants to.
Guata seedless watermelon.
Guatemala melon.
I want to, because whenever I start to say gua, it always is camoli afterwards. So it's just, my brain is just.
Guacamole.
It just can't, my brain's not doing it.
That's funny. I don't think I've ever heard. That would be a fun like white guy abbreviation for guacamole. Just call it camole.
Camole? You guys want some of my camole?
Yeah.
I make a mean camole.
Come over, get some of my camole.
Camole. That was it.
That's the riff. Come out and see us at the Dania Beach Improv.
If you love guacamole humor, boy, are you gonna hate this tour.
Will you just scoot like just back just a little bit?
I can lean back.
Like
Dude, speaking of not fun riffs, Josh had me headline his room down here, which I did, I think 15 minutes flat. I
It's
was
a
like,
great
get me
headliner set.
the fuck out of here. Josh was like, you only have to go till 9:30. I was like, at 9:31, I'm fucking out of here. It was not the
bad?
best show.
No.
But this girl in the front, I noticed that the dude that she was with ate more of his pizza than she did. And I was like, buddy, I'm pretty disappointed that your lady is eating more pizza than you. And she was like, well, to be fair. And I was like, well, to be fair, I'm about to throw it all up.
So funny.
That's good.
And like her table laughed, and she was like,
yeah.
she was very upset that I insinuated she was below.
Oh.
Dude, that same table had I did a similar thing where I was like, who's committed a crime here or whatever, and a girl goes, like 2 months ago I had a hit and run on a cop car, and I was like, don't say that into a group of people, like,
Yeah.
you could have, it was a joke, you didn't have to say anything.
Was she white?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. White women.
White
know
women have no idea. Like,
no
it was
bounds.
2 months ago. It's past the Statute of Liberation.
It's
Yeah.
past the Statue of Liberty, and you're like, what? you understand? You understand that's still like 5 years in prison.
You understand that I'm.
Did you know that the
arresting
Statue
you.
of Liberations was a gift from France?
How did they do that?
Yeah, how did they get?
They
yeah,
shipped
1
it on a
second.
boat.
1 second.
How big was that boat?
How big?
Because like now we have boats that ship boats that are for shipping things. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
But back then, what did they just build it out? They send it over on the ark with Noah?
No, dude, this happened in the 1900s.
You know what? That does. How does
That came to us
Google-
around the time of like the Titanic. Like boats existed.
Well, yeah, but it's just still like, it's still a fucking tower. Like one gust of wind, how does it not just go?
Oh, it wasn't the 1900s. It was the 1800s.
Still had boats.
1885.
How did they do it though?
It
How
wasn't
big is it?
standing up on the
Google-
boat. It was probably
Nah,
laying down.
Yeah. How big?
I'm
You know
a
what's really
dumbass.
funny is I did imagine it standing straight up.
Exactly. I imagined them being like, whoa, like topsy turvy.
If you had to move a table from your like old house to your new house, you wouldn't just like put it sitting straight up on your car.
That's true.
You'd-
Okay, how big do you think? Don't look. How big do you think the Statue of Liberty is?
like
Tall.
Tall.
Feet.
In feet.
200 feet.
Let me. I want to guess. Price is right in him. I'm gonna guess 175.
No, it's 300 feet.
Holy fuck!
If you had given me one guess, I would have said 1,000 feet tall.
that's too much.
300
That's
feet,
too much.
dude.
How
many,
tall you think is? I think it's a million.
I think it's I don't know. I mean, I've never had to be like, what you know what I would do is I would look at it and I would think, how many me's is this? That's how I do.
you
just go at
you
least
just put your
1,000
head
Gs.
up. You
Yeah.
put your head up against it, and you're like, okay.
Yeah, and then
Dude, that happened, dude. I
Do
might
you
have.
know it's not green? It didn't start out green.
yeah,
It was bronze,
and then
it's made of copper, so it goes green after.
Oh,
a while.
really?
Yeah,
That's cool.
Yeah, it's kind of stupid.
Can you Google
honestly.
Statue of Liberty tits? What happens?
I don't think that you can see their tits.
Do they? Can we though?
Yeah, but like,
Wait, what
can
about
we
the
see
Statue
tits?
of Unity? What's that?
Who's she?
Statue.
Her
It's the
ugly
world's
sister.
tallest statue.
Okay.
It's 182 meters. Meters.
Meters.
What is
I barely
meter? I
know.
barely
I
know.
It's funny.
Where's the Statue of Unity?
It is in
Your ass, it says.
The address is it's in India. It's closed right now. It opens
Dude,
at 8
I'll be
a.m.
the statue's closed.
The statue's
You can't.
closed.
But there's just a curtain
Yeah,
over it from
yeah,
8 a.m.
Yeah,
so-
you
I'll
can't
be
go.
goddamned if India has the tallest statue
Dude,
in the
India
world.
has the tallest like everything.
I thought
India's real tall. They got the
They build
tallest
up.
statue.
Yeah, they build
They
up.
got the biggest skyscrapers.
that's Saudi Arabia.
Is that not in India?
It's
Wait,
close enough.
Wait.
No, it's not.
Tallest skyscraper. Okay,
It's Mount
tallest
Rushmore.
skyscraper in the world is the Burj Khalifa, which I actually knew the name.
Is that really? Is he related
Because
to
it's
Wiz?
sound to Wiz.
Yeah,
It's in Dubai,
which is in Saudi Arabia.
which is in the United Arab Emirates,
Mm-hmm.
which is there's too many.
It's not
things.
India.
Okay, wait. Dubai isn't. Wait, what?
Well, yeah, it's clearly not in.
wait. Dubai, India. That's
Question
just
mark.
what
Dubai, India? Question mark.
Dubai. I don't know. I don't know what I'm looking up now. Dubai, gold imports Dubai to
Now it's just
India.
giving you ads for
Okay.
IQ tests.
Yeah.
And I was like, damn, this dude's
It's like
retarded.
take an online autistic
Wait.
test right now.
I have.
Yeah, I
Is-
know.
I don't
It's
have
a-
it, but I've taken it.
Okay, you guys. I need to learn.
It's like it's a,
I need to learn. This is hold on. I need to learn. This
that
is learning
fucking that
time.
me thing when you measure with that. One time we went to go to we were getting a couch from Craigslist. Oh, I'm sorry. You go.
Some people believe Dubai is in Saudi Arabia. It is not.
Oh,
Dubai is not in India either, so we're equally dumb. It is very much in the country of the United Arab Emirates.
So I thought the United Arab Emirates was just like the name of like a conglomerate of countries that Saudi Arabia was in. I didn't think it was a country. I thought it was like a conglomerate of countries.
I don't even know what a
It's
conglomerate
a
is.
country.
That's like a
It's like a bunch of like like the United Nations or
so like
or like
Russia
the
and
EU.
China are the enemies.
Yeah. Like the EU. I thought
EU.
the
Oh,
United
okay.
like Arab Emirates was like
Yeah.
the EU.
Yeah.
I get what you're saying. I thought the United Arab Emirates was a soccer team.
I think there is a I think there is
That's
Emirates
funny
is a
'cause I
soccer.
actually-
Yeah.
I think so.
Right?
I think that is
Once you
right.
said that, I was like, no, he's right.
Yeah, it
Oh,
is.
dude. Okay, so I told Josh this at like Brews Room last week or some shit, but I had a dream because I had football on the mind because I'm American. The Super Bowl is coming up. I had a dream that you won the Super Bowl. You were
Damn.
in the Super Bowl, and I woke up at like 3 a.m. And I'm not somebody who like interprets dreams much, but I like reached for my phone and I was about to text you, good things are on their way. and then I really woke up and I was like, you're gonna look like a fucking nutcase.
bro.
If you got a
If
text at
I
3
got a
in the
text from you
morning,
at 3 in the morning that said good things are on the way.
you'd be like, he's gonna kill me.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no.
he's on his way to murder me.
Yeah. I would
He's
call.
gonna be
I would call 911 and have them do a wellness check.
Yeah,
on me here.
Jeff would show up with his wife's face on and be
Yeah,
like, yeah.
Hey,
Oh man.
good things
Dude,
are on
I
their
saw
way.
I saw a trailer. Have you seen the trailer for the new Woody Harrelson movie?
Yeah.
Dude,
What?
it looks so bad.
Wait, what movie?
It's this movie where so the whole plot is that he's an NBA coach
Mhm.
who he gets in trouble with the law. And then
Classic.
he loses his job coaching naturally, but then because he's a person of power in the NBA, the judge is like, I sentence you to community service. So what is this community service? Coaching the
Coaching a-
Special Olympics. And then I swear to God, they start building it up.
I
and
was
then-
gonna say an
and then-
inner city
and then
team,
at the
but that's
very,
basically the same
at the
thing.
very whoa, dude! At the very end,
Oh my God.
that was crazy.
What?
Leave it in.
What?
And,
Wait, what? Inner city?
Josh, like he's teaching a Special Olympics team, and you're like, oh, I thought we were gonna say inner city. Same thing.
no, the idea is the same. I get that.
the
was really
idea
funny.
is the same.
It's
I don't
that-
mean that people who grow up in the inner city
No,
are
it's-
also like special or like
No, you mean that like the whole
mentally
program
challenged.
would be like you're taking people who
Yeah.
aren't.
It's basically
You're helping.
hardball with Keanu Reeves,
Yeah.
but
it's
with Down
yes,
syndrome
Yeah.
people.
it's basically
instead of
them
black people.
going, I know you're used to teaching or coaching at the top level. Now we're going to throw you to a bunch of people who don't care.
Who don't care
Yeah.
and need help.
And
Well, I
need your
think the
help.
special needs kids care a lot.
Yeah, they're pretty.
Yeah,
And I
probably.
think that's the point of the
That's a fair
movie is
point.
they care
Well-
and they teach him to care.
Yeah, that's gonna be. But the at one point in the movie, he gets like this is all in the trailer. You can see the whole movie in the trailer.
Yeah.
But there's like the love interest who's like for sure one of the people's moms, like one of the kids with Down syndrome's moms for sure. And he's like laying in bed with her, and then his phone rings, and it's like a guy from the NBA, and he's like, "Hey, they said that if you guys can take it all, if you can take him all the way to state, you can get a job back." And it's like what? It's literally like
What?
if he can wrangle cats, if he can take his team from the Special Olympics to their state championship and win it all, he'll be awarded a job in the NBA again.
So
What the fuck is that?
his
dude?
love interest is one of the special needs kids' moms.
Yeah, and he's like in bed with her, and she gets this phone
Well,
call.
that's kind of how it always
That's
works.
how it always is.
Yeah.
I
That's
mean,
how
I
it
can't
always is.
imagine looking at someone who has like a child who's like Down syndrome being like, I should put another bun in that oven.
Well, if you see this girl, you'd be like, I should probably put.
She
some-
hot?
She's kind of hot.
Yeah, but like, you know,
For
The
Woody-
odds of
So
the
funny,
statistics.
the cakes
dude.
always come out burnt. Maybe find a different one.
Yeah,
You know
like
what
the
I mean?
ovens. Yeah. I get it.
The
But
ovens
also,
probably
always,
bad
you know,
news.
what are the odds?
my
here,
parents
too?
thought. Fun fact: my parents they thought that I was going to be born with Down syndrome because a doctor told them I was going to be born with Down syndrome because my mom did not eat the day of the thing where they do like whatever, like a
ultrasound.
It wasn't an ultrasound, but it was like a test where they put. So she didn't eat the day that they did this thing where they put a needle in your belly and it like takes the levels of your blood and blah 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 and the baby's stuff, whatever. And like I was like grabbing it and like tugging it, and it like, and then they were like, that's like a weird behavior. They're not used to that. And then they ran the test, and my levels on stuff were like all out of whack. But it was because my mom didn't eat that day. So they were like, "Do you want to abort this?"
They
baby?
thought I was retarded, but it was my dumb bitch mom.
Yeah,
actually.
they were like, "Do you want to abort this baby?" And my parents had like a very serious conversation about whether or not they wanted to.
You were almost aborted. Dude.
Yeah,
That's
well,
crazy,
they were
bro.
like, the conclusion was like, no, we'll love him no matter what. And then worst
then
case
you came
scenario,
out
and then
with
I
red
came out.
hair.
Yeah,
Yo,
worst
but real shit, dude. Real shit. If you got your significant other pregnant most of the way through the term, and then you found out that your kid would come out with Down syndrome, what are you gonna do?
Yeah, I'd have it for
No.
sure.
Well,
I think-
don't make that. That makes it like
I think it'd be
flush
fine.
it.
It'd
Flush
be
it.
fine.
No.
That's
That's
a serious.
hard.
That's a serious
It's
question.
hard. I'm not
Hard.
saying it's not hard.
It
but
is
it's also-
hard.
It's
That's
definitely. But I don't think it would deter me.
Yeah.
You don't have the candy budget for that, buddy.
Every day's Halloween.
Every day is Halloween.
I'm a monster. Have you ever heard?
Every
day is Halloween.
A
Lot of surf,
a lot of pills, and a lot of green.
It's a good song.
What song is that?
Lil
Lil
Wayne.
Wayne. I knew it.
Yeah.
I'm a champion. Where's the fucking
Fucking-
Rocky theme? Damn.
Damn,
Rest in peace, Apollo Creed. Because I'm a monster and every day is Halloween. That's the Drought 3. It's one of the greatest mixtapes of all time.
God.
Look it up, you fucking fairies.
Dude, I really pissed a lady off this weekend, and it was.
Oh, that was.
Josh knows. It was,
was
really good.
On stage?
On stage, yeah. And
Huh.
she was fine on stage, but then afterwards she was like very pissed. I was talking to these two dudes in the front who had a mullet. They both had mullets. Turns out they're brothers. And I was asking like who had it first, and then it was like I did, and then I was like, who's the older one? Turns out the younger brother had it first, and then a week later the older brother got it. And I was like, I would have figured it was the opposite. I figured the older brother's like the trendsetter, you know? And he was like, this is the only thing I've ever won in my life. And I said, well, your wife is hotter. And his wife was present and pissed.
It was so.
Very
so
upset.
funny, dude.
And in the moment, it got a big like groan laugh kind of where people were like, oh, but laughing. And I was like,
Yeah.
I'm kidding. You're beautiful, whatever. I immediately got insecure.
Of
And then, well, then you did kind of double down a couple times.
And then,
You-
wait, when? What?
You did double down. Because I remember you said it at one other point. You were like, no, I'm just kidding. But your wife is hotter. You did something like that. Or was
Probably.
That yeah. Or was
His
that
the younger brother's or the older brother's wife was hot. She was hot, and the other one was not. And it wasn't that she was ugly, but she was not as hot.
Do you remember hotornot.com?
No.
Ooh, this was early internet. It was like pre Facebook, maybe even pre MySpace. I did it when I was like in middle school. Also, way before there were like pedophile checks on websites. But you could just like say how old you were and then upload a picture of yourself and then say like I like girls or whatever. And then it would say like if like I did it when I was like, you know, like 11. So I put a picture of myself, said I was 11, and then it would give me pictures of girls who were around my age, and then I could say if they're hot or not. And you would be
That's
like,
crazy.
this is Lisa's picture. And I'd be like, Lisa's hot. And I'd be like, Lisa averages a 4.5 out of 5. And then you could see your average. It was pretty cool.
That's insane.
Yeah.
The
That's
early
basically
internet
what.
was
That's
crazy.
what. Yeah, early internet.
But you could definitely lie and be like,
You
oh,
could
I'm
be like,
12.
yeah.
The early internet was probably just a fucking stomping grounds for pedophiles, dude. Back
Yeah.
when nothing. It was just.
I have some
Yeah,
friends
oh,
who
yeah.
have told me stories about like traumatized women who have ended up getting addicted to drugs, which is how I know them through sobriety. Telling me stories about like relationships.
Not chat
they-
rooms. That's not how I
No,
know
no,
that.
no, no. Like telling me about like relationships that they've had with like grown men online and that they were into, but they were also like 16
Right,
at the
they
time
didn't
or
understand that
something,
it was wild.
and they didn't get it. Yeah,
Dude, we used to have those little radios, those handheld radios back in like the early 2000s where you could like tune in and talk to like the truckers.
Boost Mobile, where you at?
I don't, maybe that, boop, boop. And we
No,
would,
but-
dude, I remember it used to be a thing where there was like 4 of us in our neighborhood, like my neighbor next door, neighbor behind me, and then our neighbor on the corner. So we had like this radius where you could tune in, and we would all at night, like it was like a walkie-talkie, but it was like, it
You're
wasn't
basically
that.
like living in Stranger Things.
Is that Stranger Thing? I've
Like a
never seen
CB
Stranger.
radio?
Yes, like a CB radio. But we would go on channels. What you would do is you
Yeah.
could turn it until you could hear truckers talking.
Yeah.
And then we would just interrupt and just like fart into the mic and stuff like that, like just bits that we would do. And like they
Solid bit.
Yeah, solid
Yeah.
bit. Like truckers would be talking, like, yeah, I think I'm going 80 now, and then just just a muffled fart from a 10-year-old. And I remember one time this guy was like, I'm gonna fucking find you. There's a whole movie based off of this. Have you ever seen this? This one trucker, there was a movie where truckers found the people that were fucking with them on radios. It used to be a thing, and they
No.
like killed them. But that movie had came out, and that's where we
ruining the movie.
well, yeah, and the movie had already came out,
Jackass.
and that's where we got the idea, was like, we should do this, and so we all did it, and then like one guy was like, I know you've seen the movie, and then for months we were like legitimately like, they're gonna fucking
Bro, I watched a TikTok that last night that kept me up. It was so scary.
Dude, I feel like I always get super spooky TikToks like
Bro,
past midnight.
I gotta find you.
If
I gotta
you go
find
on
this
TikTok
shit for
past
you, dude.
midnight,
It
it's
all
always
becomes
spooked.
spooky all of a
Was that
sudden,
Alex Morrison?
dude. It was so Alex is all over my shit.
My TikTok algorithm is just like dudes with Down syndrome and like sports highlights.
yeah.
But as soon as it hits 12:01, my shit's like, here's footage of a haunted house. I'm like, no.
So, dude. Okay, so watch this. Watch this shit.
This is good content.
Dude, I'm sorry that you guys can't see this, but watch this. I watched this at 1 a.m.
Put the microphone to it so you can hear.
Person that looks identical to
can't see
you. Run away and hide.
God damn it. This is great content. Wow. What a thing.
Oh my god, that was a jump scare, dude.
Dude, this is the scariest shit that I've ever watched.
4.5 million likes. Jesus.
It gives me goosebumps.
Yeah. I don't like the noise. Ew.
Oh.
I don't like that.
Dude, I have
That's
goosebumps right
from,
now.
That sound is from. You ever watch unedited footage of a bear?
No, what's
okay,
that?
so there's a guy named Alan Resnick who's actually part of Wham City, who's a really good fucking sketch group. You ever see like the RoboCop where he keeps shooting the dicks off? That's Wham City.
No.
No,
They
that's
have-
hilarious though.
Yeah,
That's-
I mean, you ever see the movie RoboCop? He shoots a guy's penis off who's trying to like rape a woman, and then they made a sketch.
Oh, that,
Yes,
I've never
yes, yes.
seen
Wait,
that one.
really?
In
I've never
RoboCop,
seen RoboCop.
he like has RoboCop has a woman like this, like or a bad guy is like trying to rape a woman. He sees RoboCop coming, so he puts a gun to her head and is like hiding behind her. RoboCop can't get a clear shot, so she has a vagina, he has a penis. So RoboCop scans him and is like, the only shot I have is his dick dangling between her legs. So he shoots the guy's dick off, and you see it in RoboCop.
You see the dick fall down.
Yes.
Is that real?
Yes, but Wham City does a
That's
sketch
so funny.
where it's just RoboCop fighting off like a gang of dudes, and he's just shooting dicks. So it's just like prosthetic dicks like flying off and like blood spurting. It's very funny. But one of the guys on that is Alan Resnick, who's a fucking genius. But he used to do those. You ever like? There's people live in this house, or what? All those infomercials that were on like Adult Swim back in the day. But unedited footage of a bear starts off as like one of those like Claritin commercials where she's like, I used to struggle taking my kids to school. It even has like a skip ad thing in the bottom right that you try to click and it doesn't work. And then it like continues to like go and go. And like that sound clip is like, if you see somebody that looks exactly like you and isn't you, run. And like she sees herself like in the street, and then her like doppelganger just like sprints at her. It's fucking nuts. But he used to have...
That's creepy.
That's
It's
creepy as
good.
fuck, dude. That's one of the scariest things that I've ever seen.
There's people live in this house is fucking great, but the best thing he ever did, it's long, but it's called Alan Tutorials. Like back in like the mid to late like 2000s, like early 2010s, like tutorial videos were just big on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
So he used to film himself from the first person, from the perspective of like, he used to pretend he was like a kid with like learning disabilities, and he'd be like, today's tutorial is how to bang coasters on the table, and he would just like have like just very like stupid like childlike tutorials for things that don't make sense. But as the videos go on, you can hear like his family's like increasingly mad at him. They hate him. They lock him in the attic. He escapes. He's like, "This is tutorial on how to escape out of a window." And like he gets into the woods. He gets lost. Eventually, he gets like kidnapped, and he's like in this room where like the wall is covered in shit. There's like broken glass on the floor, and he's like, tutorial. It's so crazy. It's really good.
Is it scary?
It's
Is
fucking
it...
frightening. It's terrifying.
Yeah, dude. That sounds
It's
really creepy.
It's really
Dude,
fucking
I'm getting
crazy.
creeped out. It's fucking 3:48 p.m. and the sun is out. I'm with my boys and I feel spooked.
I like spooky
that
stories.
video kept literally, dude, kept me awake last night. I watched it. I was in the bathroom at 1:30 a.m.
This is the final video. Oh, fucking Clorox ad. God damn it.
Just in case you guys are listening or watching and want to know, if you Google,
This is the final tutorial.
Wait, just 2 seconds. 2 seconds. If you Google that noise, if you see someone who looks like you run and you click that on TikTok, there's a bunch of those videos. You'll know what we're talking about. I don't know how to tell
It's
you.
fucking
I don't know how to
terrifying.
tell you how to get to the specific one I watched, but watch
got
it.
4.5 million likes.
This is the final episode of Alan Tutorial.
Is like the spook with this that like people didn't know whether this was real or not
Yes.
at the time. That's a great gag to have. So there's just like
There's one shot in this that's just like fucking horrifying.
he's just like rummaging through a wall, like a dirty room with like, oh, fuck, dude.
Ugh.
This is creepy as fuck, dude.
It's wild.
I don't like this at all. It's very spooky. It's a very dirty guy.
It's very
crawling
dirty.
around. It looks
He's
like
very
he's covered
spooky.
in shit.
I think it's supposed to be shit.
Oh God.
But like he eventually, like the whole thing is like he gets like one of the tutorials. He's like, "Here's how you do this in the woods," and then like in the very background you can see like a van pull up, and that's where the video ends. And then the next one he's like in a dark room. Like it has like a progression.
There's like a through line.
story.
Does
Yeah,
it
yeah.
start as like goofy, kind of silly?
Yes.
And then
It starts as
it
silly
gets really
and it
dark.
gets like a little sad. Like, oh, it's just like a little kid making tutorial videos. Oh, his family doesn't like him. His like sister-in-law or like his brother's girlfriend wants to kick him out. He escapes, gets kidnapped. He's like alone in the woods as a kid, and like he gets kidnapped. It's wild.
Dude, this is a spooky podcast.
Welcome
now.
to the spook
Did
zone.
you guys have anything like that though? Like when you were really young, that like like altered your life, scared the shit out of you?
Yeah, dude, The Exorcist.
The
It's
Exorcist,
so it's so silly because when you watch it as an adult, and now that
Yeah.
CGI's came so far, it's like not scary at all.
Yeah, no.
But that scene where she like the first time you see the devil in the girl, and it's like your mother sucks cock in hell, and then her head spins and she starts
That
throwing
scared
up.
you because now
so
like
scary. Now it's funny.
now that's hilarious.
It's a bit now, but when you're like
Yeah.
8, here's the thing: the hype about that movie was nuts. Like my parents rented it from Family Video, which was like back then, and I remember them putting us to bed, and they go, "You guys have to go to bed. We're gonna watch a scary movie." And then we have a banister in my house where it goes banister, then the staircase, and my TV was right there. So when I was like little, what I would do is I would sneak down
And
I'd,
sit there
I'd
and
look
watch,
through the
yeah.
thing, and I think they knew that I would do that, of course,
Yeah.
you know. But like they were watching it, and my mom I think fell asleep because I mean at this point. This movie's old. Like my parents had seen it, whatever. So
Yeah, I was about
I think
to say,
both of them had
that's-
like fallen asleep.
That's kind of why I was shocked that you said that movie, because that movie is not our
so, but
timeline.
I remember hearing about it though, because
Yeah.
my parents were like, people had like heart attacks in this movie when it came out. Like people were like,
Yeah.
and like
Yeah.
all the spooky stuff that happened on set. Like people who were
I,
in it died and shit. Like
yeah.
I saw The Omen. Do you remember that movie?
Yes.
Yeah. The original one or
No,
the
the
remake?
one, the remake from like
Yeah.
the mid 2000s. I
Uh-huh.
saw that in theaters, and then that movie like was around. It came out around like 6606, like 2006.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
And on that night, like I saw it like recently, and I remember I went into my parents' room. Mind you, I'm in high school.
yeah.
I went in my parents' room and I was like, I know I have school tomorrow, but I don't think I can go. And like my stepdad's like half awake. He's like, why? I was like, because it's 4 a.m. and I still haven't slept and I have to be up in 2 hours. Like, there's no way I'm gonna be good for school. And he's like, why are you still up then? I was like, I can't sleep. He's like, why? I'm like, because tomorrow is 666. He was like, shut the fuck up.
It is funny, like, dude, like because I would get creeped out. I still like, dude, like, I'm not joking, like that. I've watched that video a couple times since I watched it last night because I showed Britt this morning. I showed you guys. It fills me with fear every time seeing that girl's face. Like when I was young, The Ring.
Yeah, The Ring was.
So I'm very creeped out by like creepy girls. It's like something about that.
Yeah.
So like The Ring, I've still never to this day seen The Ring. So I was at home one night.
It's not that good.
It was me. I'm sure it's not.
It was so scary when you're 10. Though.
I'm sure it's not. But the idea of like the phone call, and if you get the phone call,
you're dead.
You're dead in 7 days, and you watch the tape, and then you're like, well, if I watched the tape on the movie, and I watched the tape, did I watch the tape?
Yeah,
you know, like that whole thing.
That was the whole thing with that movie too.
But I never even saw it. So I was home one night. My sister was babysitting, and it was her friend, and the HBO commercial for it came on, and it's basically the girl who is crawled out of the TV, and then there's a zoom in where it zooms from out into her, and then it goes into her face, like on her eye. And I was watching it, and while I was watching it, the door, you know, whenever you're in a house and you leave a door open, and then one is cracked, and it creates a weird vacuum, like wind tunnel.
Yeah.
So something happened where the wind blew, and it slammed my door shut. And we fucking flipped out, dude.
Oh,
I mean, we locked ourselves in the bedroom with a bat. Like, we were not okay. And also, like, my sister was probably not old enough to watch me. I don't know what was going on. But then like, a couple months later, or maybe, like, within the year, my two sisters and their boyfriends were like, we're going to go see a movie. Does Matt want to come? And it was one of the scary movies. It was one of the joke movies. They have her in it, and it looks the same. It does. And she's creepy, and it scared the shit out of me. And it haunted me. And then a couple years later, The Grudge came out, which was basically the same thing.
3.
Yeah, Scary Movie 3. Yep.
Where it's like, she is still scary in that
she
movie.
Is, yeah. It's a joke, but, like, she's still very, very scary.
This is crazy
the
because
sequel. Do you ever see? That's funny.
As we were talking about this, I felt something in my seat, and I pulled out this, and it's an F.
Why is that creep? Because of the
Francis. I don't know, dude.
Okay.
I don't. The universe.
Are we all scared now? Is everybody just spooked out now?
Did you plan that?
The fuck?
Why is there an F sticker in this thing?
It stands for front. That's the front of the pillow.
You idiot.
There's a front and back.
Shut
of the
up,
pillow.
dude. It stands for
So
Francis,
you know
and
how
the
to
devil's
align
after
it.
me.
Yeah.
The
kind of like a
sequel to
schizophrenic
The Ring, The Ring 2, the plot is that the like scary tape accidentally gets copied, and all the copies end up in a Blockbuster. And everyone's like, fuck, dude. Everyone keeps renting the movie.
Yeah. And then watching the entire thing for some
it's
reason.
Just people being like, this isn't Pluto Nash.
Yeah.
Dying.
For some reason, they don't realize. Like, I don't know about you. Like, if I rented something and I put it in and it wasn't what I thought it was, I wouldn't be like, let me give this entire really creepy, weird video a watch. I'd be like, this isn't what I rented. Let me take this back.
Before Time.
Yeah, dude. Land
That's a good
Before
movie.
Time, dude. Gas. That took me back.
I think Ariel. I think my girlfriend looks like Ducky.
That's fucked up.
No. In a cute way.
Nah.
Yeah, I've said it to her 1,000
You look
times.
like Ducky.
You look like a fucking dinosaur.
Yo, it's cute. 1 second.
Okay, pull it up because I don't believe you. I think that's fucked up.
This.
I don't see.
It's
I don't
cutie.
see it.
It's cute.
Okay.
I personally don't see.
All
it.
right, guys. Sorry, I'm being vulnerable about my relationship.
Shut the fuck.
I remember I rented Superman, the old Christopher Reeves Superman, when I was a little kid. And if you go watch that movie, when they find him, because like the whole Superman lands on Earth, when like the two people, the Kents, bring him like into their house, they find him in the spaceship. He's naked, and you can see his little child penis. And I remember I brought that movie into school. It was like summer camp, and then like I brought it into summer camp, and my teacher was like, "Yeah, we'll play that." And then I was just like the whole time, like you get to see this kid's dick. It's hilarious. And then I made a huge deal out of it. My teachers turned it off. And I was like, the rest of it's just Superman.
Oh.
We got past the funny dick part.
I remember I was into the Power Rangers. I had a Power Ranger VCR, and I convinced my teacher that the video I had was educational. And looking back on it, she was probably she's like, oh, like I can't read that this is Power Rangers.
Yeah.
But like I remember I was the man that day for being like, this is educational. Like, Matt says this is educational, and then we got to watch an entire Power Rangers movie.
It's like
I was the shit, dude. I was getting my dick sucked in the playground. No, just kidding.
by
I
the
was, like,
teacher.
sick. Yeah.
Takes a
by
twist.
Miss Schneider. Yeah, no.
By the maintenance man.
by the custodian.
Dude, we had a custodian at our school who used to sweep grass with a broom. He was really out of
What, were
it.
you in the fucking military? That's
No,
a
he
real
was-
thing. That's
well,
a punishment in the military.
Fats.
He was-
my family's friend. I've seen him sweep our driveway more than once.
That makes sense. This guy used to sweep grass like a lawn.
Dude,
Yeah.
we used to paint rocks in the military. Dude, when you'd fuck up, they'd make you paint rocks white.
That sounds not
weird.
that bad though.
You think so, and then you have to do 700 of them, and you're like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, the military sounds like a real nightmare.
But
dude.
anyways, what the fuck? What were we just the custodian?
We were talking about
dude,
scary
dude,
stuff.
custodians. Chili day. In
What is happening?
my brain made some connections when he was talking about his.
Dude, he just had
What do
the
you-
craziest. What were we talking about? Custodians. Chili day. You having a stroke?
The day of chili. We
What the
in
fuck,
my
man?
high or not my high school. That'd be crazy in my high school. My elementary school on Chili Day. Chili Day was notorious. It was every Wednesday. It was like every other Wednesday during the winter months. We would get chili and
Cinnamon rolls.
and cinnamon rolls. Yes, this is an.
Have you heard of that? Chili and cinnamon rolls together?
No, that's not a combo that makes sense.
I know.
Yeah, but people in the Midwest make it their
Dude.
personality.
I don't want to interrupt your story, but also mustard on Oreos. Have you heard this?
That's nuts.
I've tried it. It's not great, but I understand it. It's wild. It's weird.
That's
it does
the
a
most.
weird
You
thing.
just pissed me off.
It does a weird
That
thing.
just made me mad.
So wait,
one second. That just made me so fucking
So,
mad.
but wait.
Oreos and
So,
Oreos
but wait,
and
but wait.
mustard.
Are Oreos and mustard in your head weirder than chili and cinnamon rolls?
1,000%.
But see, that actually doesn't make sense. It's just that you grew up with
no,
that.
no.
Mustard
Are you,
on an
hold on,
Oreo.
hold on. You're not putting chili on cinnamon rolls.
No,
You're
no,
eating chili, and
and
then as a dessert, you're
No,
eating
no,
cinnamon
no,
rolls.
You
no,
dip
yes.
the chili with the cinnamon roll.
Oh, you're
Yes.
both gross.
No,
You're
no,
both
no, no.
gross.
Okay,
You're
but-
both
so
gross.
wait, so
I'm
wait.
not defending.
Gross.
I'm not defending chili
That's
with
crazy.
So,
I'm not-
but wait. I'm also not. This wasn't my idea. I saw it on TikTok. I had Oreos and I was eating them out of my hand when I went for a drink. And the first thing I saw was mustard. I remembered it. I tried it and then I ate it. And it was. You're right. It's not like a thing where I was like, whoa. But I understood as I chewed it all why somebody could like that flavor combination.
What the hell is
It
wrong
made
with
no
you,
sense
dude?
to me either until I tried it.
No, dude, mustard is
But-
the one condiment. Like, I don't fuck with most condiments. Mustard
I hate mustard.
makes me
I hate
gag.
mustard.
Well, so
Yeah.
there's also a part of
But
your
also,
disdain
it's
for
just
this
the whole-
combo.
I like chili and I like cinnamon rolls.
That's crazy.
That's
though.
crazy to me.
To
I don't
me-
do
crazy
it.
to me.
For the record,
To be fair, I would chili and cinnamon rolls. I would 100% try. Absolutely, I love chili. I love cinnamon rolls. If somebody says they're good together, I would try it. But
Have you tried this?
to sit there,
Yeah.
and act like that is just as
It's worse, dude.
that's not as crazy
Dude,
as putting mustard
and
on an Oreo.
I mean, that's like, oh my! If you're like
They're the
peanut butter
same-
and
they're
jelly
in the
goes
same
great
thing.
with ketchup, and you just try it. That's psychotic that you tried it. That's what I'm trying to say.
But
So
you
the fact
tried.
that- one
But you
second.
tried chili.
that's the
But that's
argument that I'm
different,
trying to
though.
make.
It's
No, it
How?
isn't.
But
No, it isn't.
how?
Because it's
No, it isn't.
mustard. Mustard's disgusting.
Okay, but if I felt like chili was disgusting, then we're on even
Yeah, of
playing
course,
ground.
I agree.
So my thing is like, let's put personal opinion of mustard to the side. Oreos and mustard is just as crazy
Here's what
as
bothers
cinnamon
me.
rolls and
That's
That's
chili.
what bothers me.
Nuts.
You make sense. You have a fairly experimental palate.
Yes.
The fact that you could be convinced to dip a cinnamon roll into chili, and yet when we're in New Orleans, getting you to try like blackened shrimp was like pulling fucking teeth.
Yeah.
Like
That is kind of
it's
crazy.
having
actually.
you like try like a fucking
You-
fried
here's-
oyster. You thought like we were putting arsenic in your mouth.
Here's the thing about. First of all, I'm not gay, so don't put anything. Don't put arsenic in my fucking mouth, dude. What's
That's-
arsenic?
poison.
arson dick.
Arson dick, dude. Am I
You
right?
like
Artisan-
arson
artisan
dick.
I
You
like
like ass and
artisan
dick.
choke on this fucking dick.
Okay,
baby.
so wait. I want to hear. I didn't mean to interrupt your story with a debate, but I don't feel like we've had a good one in a while. I'm having a hard time understanding.
Just haven't done a podcast.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
have a hard time understanding how these are so different
Because
things to you.
here's what I think is nuts. You watched a video that said, "Hey,
It had-
Oreos and mustard sound.
Okay,
it's good.
but I didn't just watch
Together.
one video of one guy with. I watched a video that had.
Yeah, you could have just been watching a guy with schizophrenia.
No, but wait,
being
but
like,
wait,
I
but
love
wait.
to put mustard on
But
Oreos.
wait, so I watched.
The next video is him,
Here's
like,
the thing. I
dunking
saw
his
it. I
cat
saw
in
it
the
on.
bathtub.
I saw it on TikTok. It had millions of views. Had a bunch of comments that are like, "You're gross. This is great. I've done this since I was a kid. I just tried it. It's good." There was a bunch of different experiences in there, and then I Googled it, and it's a thing that people had tried but I didn't have Oreos on hand, and I wasn't. But when it came across my head, but to me, they're in the same category of thinking that me dipping a cinnamon roll into chili it's in the same category
If
of
I
two
saw
things
either
that are,
of those things on TikTok, Oreo and mustard or chili and
Yeah, I'm not
cinnamon
doing
rolls,
either of them.
I would scroll on TikTok and I'd go, huh, oh never, and then I'd keep scrolling and it would never happen. I'd go, huh, look at this. Yeah, I'd
yeah,
never
you don't
do
try
that.
new things, dude. You're a fucking pussy.
It's crazy to me.
I'm not
the
trying.
logic,
I'm
though,
not trying
dude.
mustard on
but,
Oreo.
but,
Mustard
but
on Oreo
you
is
keep
just
bringing up
nuts. It's
logic as if there's logic to dipping a cinnamon roll into chili.
I'm not up here. I'm also saying I'm not pro cinnamon roll and chili.
I'm not
I
pro
agree it's weird.
Oreo and mustard. I didn't say it was delicious.
You said
I
it
just
was
said that I
alright.
tried it and I understood how somebody could be like, "This is good, but I'm never gonna do it again." Oreos are
It's a
perfect.
lot like-
It's like the
It's like
time I had a
anal.
dick in my mouth, you know, where you're like, I understand why somebody likes this. I'm not gonna do it
Like,
again. Personally, I get it,
Personally,
but
I
I
get
don't. But I'm not gonna do it. You know, I'm not gonna do it again.
Oh, when are we opening this can of worms?
Nah, man, I'm joking. But it's like,
That's a bit, but it's all right.
It's a bit.
That's
yeah.
so funny though.
But
It's crazy.
okay. So continue the rest of your story. What's crazy though? What were you gonna say? 'Cause
Mustard on Oreos is disgusting.
But also chili and cinnamon
I'm
rolls.
bored
is-
of this. What was
is
the
the
original
same
thing?
thing.
the original thing was not gonna be nearly as good now.
Yeah.
But one day on Chili Day, my friend got sick from
Chili and
my
cinnamon
friend
roll,
Jordan
okay.
got sick from the chili and he threw up. So then he went and threw up in the bathroom, but then he went back to lunch and wanted seconds because he just threw up the chili. So then they wouldn't give it to him, so we retaliated, and then a bunch of us threw up. Like we made ourselves throw up on the gym floor.
Ew.
That's disgusting.
Yeah.
I'd
Because
be
he
mad
couldn't
at
get
you
seconds.
if I went to school with you and you threw up on the gym floor and like we couldn't
There was,
play
like, 8 of us
basketball
that
or
did
on
it.
like PE that day. I'd be like, these kids suck.
You guys made yourself throw up chili on
Yeah, it was like we
purpose?
were like retaliating.
what
We
are
were
you,
like fifth
what are you, a
graders.
bunch of fucking ladies?
It
Ugh.
was
Pulling
crazy. I'm
trig.
not saying it was. And then fun fact, that same friend, one day before school, we would always sit and play basketball before school, and
That was his take his ball and go home if he was losing. He just throw up.
He
all over the
just-
fucking thing.
Yeah.
No, he
Fuck you guys.
He one day when we had like a secretary who was also like the recess lady who would like come and blow the whistle, and she was the monitor being like, you can't do that, and she pulled in and he just took a rock and threw it at her windshield and shattered it, and then took off running and hid in the tree in the plate, and cops got called, and he was just up in a tree, and it took him like 4 hours to find him, and the whole time he was just hiding at top
This
of
was
a tree.
this was your elementary school
Yeah.
or a gorilla sanctuary?
This is elementary school.
That
They
does
had to-
sound like
they had to get a
something.
police.
Yeah.
They had to get a police dog.
They had
to
a
find him.
tranquilizer.
He's like,
gun.
dude,
Yeah.
my buddy Bubbles was wild. And, like,
It was-
I think he went to school with an orangutan.
I
actually.
remember because we were at recess, and then they
Throw
brought
his
all of
poop
us.
at other kids.
They brought all of us in, and we were watching it through the window. Because when it rained, we would do inside recess, which was like they'd break out the board games and stuff. And
Hated that.
And then we would look
Yeah.
out. We were looking out the thing, and there was like a guy negotiating with like there was like a whole squad of cops being like, "Just come down."
Dude, you know who you can tell is a soft adult? Anybody who has who yearns for the days of like when your PE teacher would bring out the big tarp.
That's
That
another.
day sucked,
That's
dude.
another personality thing. People
I
think it's
hated
their
that.
personality trait, being like, "This was honestly the highlight of my childhood."
This was the best day of school when they brought out like the big tarp, like
It's-
the
yeah.
rainbow tarp. It was like No, the best thing was like
parachute
okay.
when you guys all
Yeah.
lifted up and then you could sit behind it and
That
everybody was blown
sucked.
away that it stayed inflated.
that sucked.
I mean,
The
it didn't
best day-
suck, but I don't.
It wasn't
never,
better than like
people hype it up
kickball.
too much. No,
Kickball
kickball
or
was
kickball
dodgeball.
is the shit. Dodgeball
Did you
is
guys
the
have
shit.
Did you guys have scooters that you would run around?
Scooters
on?
are the
Scooters
shit.
was
the
shit.
little square ones.
Yeah, the little square ones. You'd sprint and jump on it and just.
we would
plow
play.
into
We
each-
would play soccer on the scooters.
Yes.
Scooter soccer.
Yes.
That was way better
Yes,
than the
and you
fucking.
just slam your fingers into the fucking.
Oh my God,
everybody's
dude.
fingers were just breaking.
It was like little wood squares with like shopping cart wheels.
Yes, dude, it was
Like
sick.
if you just pushed off of a wall, you'd go in any random
yes.
direction.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was dude. That was. We used to play a game called.
Dude, I remember I got fucking in trouble in like 7th grade because I asked my buddy and I asked our teacher like at separate times. We were like, I was like, oh, I got to go to the bathroom, and then like 5 minutes later, he was like, I have to go to the bathroom. We got let out, and then we just went to the gymnasium and shot hoops for like the rest of the class, like, an hour, and then we came back, and my teacher was like, why are you guys all sweaty? And we were like, the damn chili dogs from lunch got us.
God,
And he's
yeah,
like,
we're sweaty.
He's like, so if I ask around, you guys weren't shooting basketball in the gym? We were like, no, definitely
No,
not.
that wouldn't be
That
us.
was definitely not me. Basketball, definitely not. I'm
So-
more of a pooper.
I learned something, and it turns out that the cinnamon roll and chili thing is not not a combination. It was a very common thing in the Midwest as like a meal. It wasn't ever meant to be a combination, and it's basically, I read this thing real quick, I glanced over it, and it basically told me that Josh grew up poor as fuck in the Midwest. That's
Yeah.
basically what this
I
says.
mean,
I'm not. It's not like a roast. It's basically like
yeah.
it's basically like chili was really low cost.
Yeah.
And so were cinnamon rolls. It's basically like if you like this, you're a poor person. But to be fair, if you like Oreos and mustard, you're a crazy person.
Yeah,
So-
I mean, either way. I mean, you're going to offend me.
So
I
wait,
didn't
you
have a-
guys don't have any weird food combos that you like though?
I used to eat ketchup
Wow.
sandwiches.
Yo.
Okay.
Oh, 1 second.
Okay.
Wait. 1 second.
Okay.
1 second.
Elaborate on what
Well,
is a
that's
ketchup
a very
sandwich.
childish
Yeah,
thing.
it was
That's like a
literally
very
like-
like 4-year-old
I've said this
thing
before,
to do.
I think, on the podcast, because it was just like
All right, well,
bread
say it.
and a ton of ketchup. And my dad used to gag because he would watch me eat it. And
My,
Oh, yeah, that's
like my
disgusting.
brother
This
really
is-
loved
1 second.
butter at
This
one
is-
point.
This is crazy because I said this one time on the podcast, and both of you were like, "Your dad's a pussy," and now Jeff is like, "No, that's crazy." Is
I
it-
don't remember calling. I mean, I remember calling, like, saying a lot of things about your dad.
No, I
don't-
remember because Jeff was so like, or you were very, very like, your dad's a pussy. He can't watch you eat ketchup. And I'm like, it's gross as hell. And now he gets it. Sorry,
it is
it's
kind of gross.
But anyways, we did this thing.
Man, I cannot remember past episodes of this fucking thing.
Yeah, we
Dude,
did
people
this thing.
will people will message me this week about this episode, and I'll be like, I don't know what you're talking
Yeah,
about.
dude.
No
We
fucking
this
idea.
thing that we did this thing before. Do you remember? You might remember this. Do you remember? I told you about the Fear Factor thing. We played Fear Factor at the Catholic Catholic preschool I went to.
And they just made
And
you suck
what
the
did-
priest's
Just molested
dick.
you.
Yeah.
They're like,
So-
are you scared?
You
What a-
should be.
Are you in fear?
Yeah.
What a layup.
But we had this. It was actually the Catholic daycare that I went to. It wasn't preschool. I was like in 3rd grade, and we did this thing. We did Fear
Shooting
Factor.
fish in a barrel.
It sucked. Okay. We did this thing where it was Fear Factor, but it was a kids edition, and it was like it wasn't even like very intense. But one of the challenges, the first challenge was like it was like put your hand in mud, and then the second one was like, oh, jump from the second step of the jungle gym, and then it got to the point where it was like the second to last prize was the second to last event was eat a spoonful of ketchup, and I was like, easy, did that. Then the final event was eat a spoonful of Dijon mustard, and I was like,
Dijon mustard?
Dijon mustard.
DiGiorno.
DiGiorno.
Jesus Christ, dude.
I don't like it, and so I took the spoonful and I gagged, and then I like, and it came out of my nose, and then I had mustard in my nose and in my mouth, and it was burning, and I threw up everywhere. And since then, I don't like mustard.
See, that
So
makes
that's why when you
sense.
go Oreo and mustard, I go, I'd rather shoot myself in the cock. That's
Yeah,
a nuts
I
combination.
get that.
I have several foods that I've like gotten food poisoning off of, and I just can't. Alfredo can't.
Really?
I got violently ill off chicken Alfredo, and I can't
See,
anymore.
so here's the thing. I think I've told you guys this.
And
I have a
Quiznos.
very weird Quiznos. Good thing.
Quiznos, dude.
If you go to Quiznos,
Quiznos?
you deserve to get
Yeah.
food poisoning.
I was like in like 6th grade, and I had like a stomach flu. So my mom picked me up from school, and I was like, I think it's all out of my system. I threw it all up. Like, we should. I was like, I'm so hungry. Like, I've thrown up everything I've had for the last like 24 hours. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like weak and lightheaded. Mom was like, yeah, you probably threw it all up. Like, we'll
You're fine.
stop and get you a sandwich. And man, did I puke that thing
Yeah.
all over
yeah.
the fucking parking lot of Quiznos.
My mom basically like similar idea force fed me like a sweet potato one time when I was young. Was basically like, you've thrown up enough. A sweet potato is something simple on your stomach. She put like lemon on it, which I don't think anybody's ever done in the history of sweet potatoes. But she was like, you get your vitamins. Like the minor amount of milligrams of vitamins in one squeeze of a lemon is worth it. And I threw it up. And I can eat a sweet potato today, but I don't enjoy it. Like I don't.
I love
it.
sweet
Doesn't make me
potatoes.
go.
That's
I
funny.
loved them too. It doesn't make me go like, but like I'm not like this is
Dude,
good.
sweet potato, like mashed sweet potatoes.
with like marshmallows and shit on
So
top.
fucking good.
I loved that shit.
I for
Fuck
like
you, mom.
Yeah,
for
dude.
like 5 years of my life, I ate bananas almost every day and just thought that having a scratchy throat was just how you lived. And then
Wait, what about a banana gave you a scratchy
I
throat?
get- know what you're talking
I'm
about.
allergic.
Oh, what the fuck?
I'm allergic to bananas.
I
That's
thought you were talking
amazing.
about because sometimes you get that like little pasty stuff in your mouth from bananas. I thought that's what you were referring to, but you had like a
No.
full on.
I would just like, you know the thing that you do with your fucking throat all the time when you're driving? That thing? I hate
dude,
it.
hate
But I
that
used to do
noise.
that. I used to do that like all the time when I was a kid. And then finally I was like, it's always when I eat bananas it gets itchy. And then I got tested from a doctor and he was like, yeah, your kid's allergic to bananas. And then now, like, my wife and I like years ago went out to dinner and then we went to like a movie afterwards and we ordered like some appetizer that I had no idea had plantains in it. And it just
Same thing?
I can't I can't
Dang.
like
you suck
I would
dick?
have to eat actually yes. Actually that scratches it. for
That
me
actually
really well.
yeah.
But like I can eat a banana and I won't die, but it'll fuck my day up if
Dude,
I have
yeah.
a banana.
That's
So I
not
ate
worth
like
it.
these appetizers and like the whole movie, like my wife's trying to watch a movie and I'm just like like the whole time just being a menace.
On Valentine. This is a fun topical on Valentine's Day. When I was a sophomore in high school, I was supposed to go on a date with this girl, and she stood me up. But what she did was, I was working at.
She was allergic to gay guys.
Yeah, she was allergic to, and I worked at Godfather's Pizza at the time, and I got there early.
Oh.
And I'm
Brag.
not trying to brag. I'm not trying to
Oh,
brag,
alright,
but
alright,
I could
wow,
afford
dude.
some cinnamon rolls, and I got to Godfather's Pizza early, and I talked to my coworker, and we made a heart-shaped pizza. And I texted her the night prior,
Damn, you
and I was, hey, shut up, dude. And I make this heart-shaped pizza, and I got the
I
ingredient.
need this for you. She's like, for free at work.
No, I didn't. I wasn't working. I was meeting her there, and I
Wait. You were
took
meeting?
her to where you work.
yeah, it was free, dude.
You worked at Godfather's and you're like, I have a perfect place
This
for
is-
Valentine's Day.
Shut up, dude. Quit fucking digging at. Quit tearing my fucking 16-year-old heart apart, dude. So
Oh, fuck.
so I go there, and I text her the day prior, and I'm like, yeah, like, what's your favorite ingredient? Like, we'll get like, I was like, we'll do a fun thing. We were gonna go there, then we were gonna go race golf carts, and I was all excited.
That was your opening line. That's how you flirt. You're like, what's your favorite pizza top?
Yeah.
It's like I got the plug at Godfather's. I don't know. So anyways, so I go there early and I make the pizza, and her favorite toppings were sour cream, pepperoni, and ham.
Wait.
Yes.
Sour cream is an option?
Yes, it is. You can
What?
ask that at Pete's for pizzas. Yeah, they keep it. Every place has like a tub of it. And anyways, so it was.
I'm Googling this. Keep going.
I
I'm
mean,
listening.
I don't know
I'm
what you want me
listening.
to. I
I'm
mean, we
listening.
had it. I don't know what you.
But you just said every place.
Yeah, but
Yeah, I'm
did
pretty
they-
sure every
but
place
did
does.
you have sour cream because of another
No,
item
wait.
on
Did I
the
say sour
menu?
cream?
Yeah.
Sorry, sauerkraut.
Oh.
Sauerkraut.
I mean,
Still
still
gross.
weird.
Sorry,
still
sorry,
a weird
sorry,
pizza
sorry.
topping.
Sauerkraut. So she wanted sauerkraut, pepperoni, and ham.
This bitch sounds gross.
That
as
was
fuck.
her favorite.
Yeah,
Those were her
she's
favorite
gonna be
toppings.
sweaty. That's
yeah,
a
dude.
sweaty.
And so listen.
like a
so
schnitzel pizza.
So I make this pizza, and I'm sitting there, and it's like 7:00. We're supposed to meet up at 7:15. Pizza comes out. I'm sitting there with the heart-shaped pizza. She shows up, or she doesn't show up at 7:15. She doesn't show up 7:30. She doesn't show up. It's 8 o'clock.
Hold on. Did your coworker come by and be like, Josh, where's your date, buddy? And you just look at the heart-shaped
Yeah,
pizza.
dude.
And you break it
in
and then
half.
walk away.
Yeah. No, listen.
Here's how I'm feeling. And
Literally,
you rip the heart-shaped
bro.
pizza.
Yes, dude. That's where the bit was going. God damn it, Jeff. And so literally, I started eating it. Awful. I'm trying to pick out the sauerkraut, but you can't. It's ruined the pizza. I ate half of it, looking at this half heart-shaped pizza, and that's not even the worst part though, because then I started. I worked there, and now I knew what her favorite pizza was, and so I knew every time she would fucking come through. Because it was always like, who else would order that fucking combination? So every time when her family would order, I knew it was.
Spit on it.
I would be like, yeah. Well, I would be like, God damn it, dude. Like every time I'd be like making it, just crying, like, damn it, fucking. And you know it's fucked up.
She's like, why is this one so salty? The tears.
The tears. But yeah. So and then for years, I held it against her. And then a couple months ago, actually, she died in a car accident. So. No, I'm just kidding. That part. I wanted resolution. I wanted resolution. No, she just went on to have I think
she got hit by a semi-truck hauling sauerkraut.
She's married now, which is like, you know what? Go. And she's
I hope he cheats on you. Don't you ever break my boy's heart like that?
Yeah,
fuck you. What's her name?
I'm not doing that.
Come on,
she might
dude.
Listen, dude.
What's her name?
Well,
First
she
name.
already knows now. Then.
Yeah, but nobody else that listens.
What's her
name.
first name? Why are you such a pussy, dude?
Rachel.
Yeah,
Fuck you, Rachel.
I don't
know.
believe
It was
it's Rachel.
No,
Rachel.
Hey, Rachel,
Was it?
how's Ross,
I
you
knew it
dumb
wasn't.
bitch?
Friends references. It's not even Rachel. He's lying.
Yeah, it's wrong.
You're a pussy, dude.
I think she does listen. That's why.
The amount of people, but she knows.
But people who don't know, and then I don't want people from my hometown messaging.
Okay, one
blast
thing.
people's
Rachel,
first and
comment
last
down
names
below
on
if you
here.
are watching. Second, we're supposed to give a shout out.
Oh yeah, who
who?
was it? The guy's name is.
Jordy?
We have a fucking YouTube.
Why?
Let me pull it up. We're almost at an hour, right? What are we?
Yeah,
doing?
we're there.
Okay. There is
Okay.
a thing. Let me pull up the comments on the
Yeah,
thing. 'Cause we do have to give a
yeah.
shout out to this guy because he keeps asking.
He does.
He's a
keep
good
asking.
girl too. So if you guys
Very
wanna,
good girl.
Yeah, if you guys want to.
That's good. I don't read the comments because people are mean.
Yeah, people are mean as hell, dude. All right, let's see comments. This one just
I
says
believe
Josh is a
it's-
faggot, which is not nice.
Does it actually say that?
No, I just lied. Ripped up Lonnie.
Lonnie,
Lonnie,
dude, shout out, bro.
Ripped up Lonnie, baby.
I think there's someone named Jordy who also wanted a shout out.
Why are
But
people-
Lonnie wants it bad.
I mean, why is
So
what's the
shout out
to?
Lonnie.
What's the shout out to, guys?
They like it, dude. They're
Yeah,
he
shout
likes
out.
it. He
Yeah,
likes.
you know what? You're
he
right.
likes the
Shout
fucking.
out.
Imagine
pod,
if
dude.
we
He
were
gets a shout
watching
out.
like I don't know, like Gillis's fucking podcast,
Or imagine like
and he was like,
Joe
I did a
Rogan
guest
show.
spot. They had a guest spot this weekend. Josh Francis, a good guy. You know, you'd feel good.
of course.
Don't shit
So
on our
shout out.
fucking
Yeah,
fans.
no, I'm saying. Yeah, I get it now that I thought about it a little.
I
bit.
would love a shout out from Dr. Ian Malcolm's Dinosaur podcast.
Is that a real person?
That is Jeff Goldblum's character from the Jurassic
Oh,
Park
okay.
films.
I was like, you
All
made that
right,
up
Jeff
really
Deep
quick.
Cuts, and I think that will do it for us. Hey,
Yeah.
I had to slip
go
one in.
if you're still listening, please go to our Spotify and our Apple podcast and give us 5 stars. And you can leave a comment. Don't do a bit and be like, oh, these guys. Just please say something nice. We're getting pushed out more all of a sudden, and we want that to keep happening. So please say nice things and give us good reviews.
And maybe by the end of the year, we might have like a Patreon or something.
Yeah.
If
you
things
guys
keep going
do your
well.
part. And then share it with people. Share clips with the people and then be like, look at these guys. All right, thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
I love you.